Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu, Telle, is that you?
It is, and we back.
This is episode 358 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast. Where you can get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, the after stories, where you get access to the pre-show, which goes off 2 days before this episode airs. We are recording on a Monday, so sorry it's not up too early. But I digress. Shout out to the Patreon producers, which keeps the lights on. Explicit Leakhead, the Pro from Chaotic Culture Podcast, Fear, Semi Sensei, Frozen, T Money Fingers, Dad Needs to Talk from Dad Needs to Talk Podcast, Christian the Archivist, aka Death Sight, Rob Stone, Matthew H. the Great, and last but certainly never, not least, that's a double negative, or whatever, TK. TK does fishing. I don't know, Telle.
Okay. I was gonna say TK does heart surgery.
That could have worked too. that would have been appropriate. Mic Check Waifu is the anime podcast brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, where we bring you anime seasonal topics, discussions, reviews, and etc. Fire, and more. Before we get into that, I do want to say thank you all so much for being supportive of our hiatus. We had some personal issues that we had to resolve, and we managed to take care of that to the best of our ability. So we are back now, and we appreciate you guys' patience with us and love and support. It just means the world to us. I feel like we both need y'all. So like, and it's just from y'all listening and, you know, talking in the Discord, you know, Rob Stone for his kind words on our Patreon comment post. It's just everything that y'all do for us. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. Unironically, I told Telle in the pre-show we had like almost tripled our listener count for this month, which is strange. And maybe that's people catching up to the podcast episodes because we gave them time to, because we don't take breaks. So
that's true. But we appreciate that break that y'all allowed us to have.
Yeah.
And that time was much needed.
Yeah. So I told Telle, we discovered that it was the first time we've ever taken 2 weeks off since we started the podcast, which is very, 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 very crazy to even think about.
Mm-hmm.
But we back, and we appreciate y'all for that. We got a big show for you today. Today, we're going to make a fun game out of the new season where we kind of put it in categories, put shows in categories that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But before we get into that, Telle, this, instead of episode of the week, because it's been a couple of weeks, we're going to do show of the weeks. So far, since the summer season started, we're about 3 to 4 weeks into it for the most part. What is your favorite show? Your number one favorite show so far? Because it's only been 3 to 4 weeks so far for the summer season.
My goodness. Okay, hold up.
Ain't that a tough one? You know what? Let's.
And I can do that. Go ahead.
Can I call audible on that then?
Go ahead.
Instead of doing that now, let's do that throughout the show. So as we talk about these shows and put them in the categories that we have set, that's then determine which show would be the show of the weeks so far.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do that instead? Because that gives us time to like kind of marinate and think about it as we talk about the shows from there.
Yeah, we can do that. That works for me.
And put them in the category. So let's do that instead. Okay. So what we're going to do, and again, shout out to y'all for participating in, and what I'm going to make this announcement now. Next week, we want you guys' cuts. So put your cuts inside of this show's show thread on our Discord, discord.miccheckwaifu.com, or on our YouTube video. And we'll share those cuts next week, but we're going to give some of our cuts and drops and slops and standouts, etc. here. Okay, so the game is going to work a little bit like this. We're going to be breaking down a new season in categories. So the first category is going to be Polow and Telle Fun Slop. Everybody know what that means. Polow and Telle last shows. We're not necessarily calling it the best show or saying that it's a must-watch show, but it just shows that we like, that we enjoy, that, we think y'all should check out, even if it's, not good.
It's a Polow and Telle last show.
Polow and Telle last show. Next category is going to be standouts. Shows that came out of nowhere and like, oh, you know what? This show stands out to me. When I watched it, this show I think about every week since it started. It's actually been incredible. Slop, the shows, you already know what that means. The definition of slop, I got it in our Discord. We can get that out in a little bit later. But slop, y'all know what that means. We're going to share that later. Okay. Drops, that's obvious. That's completely obvious. Shows that we're dropping early. And we'll talk about that in the discussions. And then last, but certainly not least, our sleeper thoughts. So what do we think about our 2 sleepers? That is very important. Now, it's only going to be 1 or 2 shows in the sleeper thoughts, but we're going to give thoughts and details on our sleepers last in these categories. All right. So, we can start anywhere, Telle. First off, I want to say this. This season, massive. It's a lot of shows. And I feel like a lot of times when we do this podcast, there are a lot of shows, but a lot of times it's a lot of shows that's not worth watching. This time I feel like there's a lot of shows. I'm still not sure if a lot of them are worth watching, but I'm like in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it, and I'm gonna particularly start with one that I'm gonna consider. And again, shows can be in multiple categories that we suggest, but I'm gonna start with this one. The Insipid Prince, Furtive grab for the throne. I don't know what that word is. This is a show that I see on AniList that TK Does Nothing dropped, which I'm actually shocked about, but I'm not at the same time because it's Polow and Telle last Fun Slop. So at least that's what I feel. I feel like this is one of those shows that we will just watch and enjoy, even if most won't. But it's not that great. But it's just a fun slop show that we enjoy type.
See, and this is why I needed the podcast. Because I saw the name for this and I was like, this is not going to be good. I don't care. But now that you say it's a Polow and Telle ass show, I know exactly what this probably is.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to pick this up because I'm about to go ahead and watch it.
Okay,
probably
good.
As soon as we're done recording, because I haven't watched this one yet. That's not one that I've currently watched.
And so let me give you the rundown. So for those of you who are unaware, this is about a show where a kingdom has about 10 princes, and they're all competing for the throne. And 2 of them are twins. And their name is Arnold and Leo, or Leonard. These 2 are twins. Leonard is the typical princey prince, nice guy, very pleasant to talk to type of guy. Arnold is the kind of lackadaisical prince who is kind of like just chilling all the time and who don't really care about taking over the throne or whatever. But his goal is to get his twin brother to be the one to take over. And he's actually, but in secret, Arnold is actually this triple S adventurer named Silver, who fucking is strong as shit. He's the only one that does ancient magic. Not the only one. The only one I've seen in the show so far that does ancient magic. And he wears a disguise as he goes around. Arnold goes around as Silver and he just body shit. So what he does is his goal is to try to get his brother to be the head of the kingdom against his 10 other siblings, basically. And it's extremely interesting because, you got dukes and stuff that are all going towards the other family members, brothers and sisters. And Leo just doesn't have any support. So Arnold is trying to find a way for his brother to gain support. And they kind of go through some shenanigans, I guess, if you will, for lack of a better terms, in order to get some support for Leo. And so far, it's not great. It's not great. I'm not going to say it's great. Right. But it is a Polow and Telle show where I actually sit back and enjoy watching it. So that's that.
That's 100% getting added to the list. As soon as you start to explain that one, that's 100% what I wanted to add to the list. What I want to put in this category is I became a legend after my 10-year long last stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
come on. Now I'm watching the show and it's like, I know I'm enjoying the show. I can look at it and be like, maybe somebody else might not like this as much as I do. But man, this show is so enjoyable for me, just based off how cool, relaxed it is, but also how, I don't want to say unassuming, but it actually it's just the cool and relaxed aspect of it, alongside the overpoweredness of it.
Right.
So basically we have our main character, Luck, who he's been on this last stand for 10 years. And within these like 3 episodes, it's him getting reacclimated, him coming back into the world and seeing how the world has changed after he's been gone for so long, and then getting back into the swing of things, which technically he's never been out of the swing of things because for 10 years he's been fighting. Even though to him it felt like a year, to everybody else outside in the world it felt like 10 years, right?
It was 10 years.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's been 10 years for everybody else outside the world. For him, it's been 1 year, and he also looks younger now.
Yeah. And he's been spending that entire time fighting.
And he's OP, the most OP thing to ever exist, apparently. And it really is just this this level of ridiculousness, but also just being like extremely humble. It's not taking itself too serious while also having just like kind of cool moments. It's not like it looks the best, but it has enough animation to like it's way better than beginning after the end.
Yeah. Animation
but it also is not trying to break the bank, but while maintaining a level of seriousness, but also still being funny. Mm-hmm. It's like it's all over the place, but it's kind of good for what it is.
Yeah, I think it also has a hook enough for me to like want to know, okay, so what is he going to do now? Because his next villain, because he already killed the Demon Lord, but guess what? Mm-hmm. There is this other body that they're discovering that's coming up in the world. And he's like, so it's something I got to figure out now about this. And I'm not going to get into spoilers of it just in case you do want to watch it, but it's intriguing enough to make me want to watch it. Now, is it good? No, it's not going to be fucking whatever y'all consider good. It's not going to be that, I promise. But it is fun slop that is the Polow and Telle last show. And y'all know what that means. It's good for us. It's good if you ain't got nothing to watch. Mm-hmm. But you know, I can't highly recommend it. I just recommend it if you understand what Polow and Telle last show is. I recommend it for sure. Now, let me go into this one, Telle.
All right.
This one's about to be extremely interesting because I got a different perspective than a lot of people.
Okay.
Black Torch.
Okay.
Now let me talk about the first 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes are extremely fucking generic. I mean, it is the most generic shonen of all time, but it's generic enough to where it was watchable. It was tolerable. It wasn't a yelly ass character. It wasn't an annoying ass main character. He was just dry. He's very dry.
Predictable.
Very predictable, yes. And I was okay with it. And then the 3rd episode happens. And when that 3rd episode happens, Telle,
you felt something.
I felt something, and it was terrible. I am dropping this after that 3rd episode. I absolutely hated everything about it because it went from decent enough to it just did every single basic trope. And this is when I said in our Discord thread for this show, this is the one I said, I'm like, okay, now I see why this manga was canceled. This was canceled so quickly that I'm like, okay, I completely understand now. Because the first 2 episodes, I'm like, you know what? This is decent. I think, and this is me personally, I thought the first 2 episodes was better than fucking that one show I hate. The new one that came out that looks good. That
the heavy?
No. Hell no. The one that looks good.
You know what? Hear me out because I had my same thoughts on that one, so I was hoping you not talk about that one.
More on that later.
Which one look good? Tomb Raider King?
No, it's from a couple of seasons ago. Most people like it. They give you the fucking entire plot line at the beginning of the episode. And then
to the hero, Sentenced to be a Hero.
Sentenced to be a Hero. I was able to watch this more than I was able to watch Sentenced to be a Hero. Sentenced to be a Hero got annoying because of everything that we talked about for many episodes prior. This was the first 2 episodes. It was bad, but it was like, okay, whatever. I'll watch it just because.
Bearable. It was bearable.
Bearable. The perfect word. It was bearable. And to that third episode. The third episode was. Let me tell you about this third episode. You saw the third episode, I'm sure. So.
It was the most generic of generic episodes, but also just not good.
It was. Don't disrespect me because I'm a girl. Because he said something like, I'm getting protected by just one single girl. And then she's get all offended and she start to punch the wall. And so I'm like, oh, don't disrespect me because I'm a girl. I hate people. I hate misogyny. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. Like, not necessary to go there in 2026. Like, that shit is so whack. Like, misogyny is so whack. And you use it as a character plot device. It's even whacker. So it's like, it's awful.
Like, why bring that to the anime world?
Exactly. And then you got the meeting of his quote unquote teammate, Sasuke like character or whatever. It was all so, and I'm going to use an old school Cleveland term. It was cheese, man. It was just.
That shit was Jake.
It was Jake as fuck. Like, it was awful, man. I'm like, oh my God, this is leaving a nasty taste. Like, I want to throw up. And I turned it off after it was over, and I'm like, yeah, I'm dropping this. This shit sucked. I see why it got canceled.
Oh man, there was one I dropped as well, and I don't even know if it's still on my list because I might have dropped it already. Let me make sure really quick. It is, if I can find it, because there's one I'm also gonna drop as well. If I can't find it, I'm gonna just talk about that one. But it is called. I should have found it. Here, I'll just pull it up.
I'm gonna put Black Torch in the slop category too.
Yeah, right. All right. Dara-San of the Reiwa era.
Okay, I didn't watch this one.
Yeah, this is basically about a deity, someone who's worshipped in Japan, and was confused as what she was, right? She's not confused, but the people who worshipped her confused her, and ended up binding these two spirits, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. So these two kids come across her, and they nickname her Dara, or like Madara, but Dara. So basically, that's who this character is. And I'm gonna just tell you up front, it's boring. Like, I normally love Japanese like spiritual lore, folklore. This is such like, it almost seems like it's in poor taste, but it could also be because it's not my culture. I'm taking it too serious. You feel me? Like it feels like that. Like, yeah. I could be taking this too serious because it's not my culture, but it's also like they put this giant snake lady, had her take off her snake body and put like a bra and panties on, and then that's like her regular outfit with the snake body. And it's like her only other companions in this show are literal children, like 10 and under, and y'all got her walking around in just bra and panties, and it's like
so annoying.
It feels tasteless, and like I said, I could just be taking it too serious because it's, like I said, it's not my culture. I don't want to be rude to it, but that did not feel like a show that was respectful to what it is, so I did drop it. That's Dara-San in the Reiwa era. I don't know if anybody else is watching it. I legit gave it 3 episodes, and that's that. It deserves less.
Well, it got no thread, so I'm assuming nobody else is. So, let's swing over to let's swing over to one of the standouts for me personally.
Yes,
Victoria of Many Faces. This one wasn't expecting a lot at all. Okay, wasn't expecting a lot. So, Victoria of Many Faces is about an ex-spy who's trying to live a normal life in a different kingdom, basically. We don't really know much about her, but we're gradually starting to see how she moves, and it's sweet. It is the most adorable, chill. Let's see what it got. Got a 72 on A-list. This is so far for me personally about an 80 because it looks great. Animation is great. Love the character so far. The world seems interesting enough to where I'm like, okay, who are these people? Why did she leave her I guess situation and move to this different town or village? And I like to see how she's managing to move around with her knowledge and her techniques, including adopting a little girl randomly on her first day into this town. It's just sweet. It's very caring and loving and sweet, and it's no wonder why it looks good. It's Studio Dean. Studio Dean either looks really, really good or really, really bad, and this is one that looks really, really good. But I digress. It's good. It's a really good show for me so far, personally.
I gotta pick it up. It's one of those ones I have not watched yet.
Oh, dude,
but it is on my list, and I'm behind, and I'm very happy because when I drop some of these other ones, that one's definitely up to bat.
It's adorable. It's absolutely adorable.
I don't know how you feel about the one I'm going to mention here, but I do hope that you have watched it. Though I am an inept villainess.
I haven't started it yet.
Oh man, hear me out.
It's the only one I haven't started too. It's on my list.
This show has definitely been a standout for me. It's not the animation. It's not. It's literally just like the situation we're in, but the characters are actually kind of interesting. The villainess and the heroine are very interesting characters in terms of like how they're going to end up seeing these perspectives. And I can't wait till this show gets further because I definitely feel like this is going to continue to be one of those standout shows where you just fall in love with these characters more and more and the situation more and more. Basically, we have Reiwa Koho and Kigetsu Shu, and they're both maidens who are vying for the heart of this of this lord, right? And basically, the Kigetsu Shu is the villainess, and she switches bodies with the heroine.
Freaky Friday.
Finds out, right? But she finds out through switching bodies what the situation the heroine was going through, and finds out, and Reiwa, who was the heroine, finds out the situation that Kigetsu Shu was in. So they're both kind of seeing life through each other's perspectives. And they're giving us this like almost like side by side. I'm not gonna say it's 86-esque, right? But they give us 6 minutes with the heroine, and she's like, "Oh, so this is what the villainess was going through," and she has to act as the villainess. They cannot talk about their bodies being switched. It's part of the curse that they both underwent. Basically, they can't talk about the body being switched, but they can just they just have to live with it more or less, and deal with what each other has going on in their lives. So we get 6 minutes with the heroine experiencing what the villainess actually has been doing through in her life, and then 6 minutes with the villainess experiencing how the heroine has to live and why everyone perceives her this way. It's really cool. At least the first 2 episodes were, to the point to where I was like, I've really enjoyed this watch. And it's got a 73 average score, 75 mean score, which I think is actually very accurate. And I could just be attached to this perspective way too much, but I love the show already.
That's interesting. I don't know why, because it was one of the only other shows. It's one of 2 shows that I just didn't continue or pick up yet. And that was one I didn't pick up yet, and the other one I didn't continue yet because I'm probably going to drop it, so I'm going to bring it up now. It starts it tomorrow. I'm just not, it looks good. It's beautiful. I'm bored, bro. I'm so bored with Sparks Tomorrow. And it's only after the first episode, mind you. So, mind you, I'm only 1 episode in, but I'm bored as fuck watching it, and I don't care. I just don't care about anything that's going on. So before I set it to drop, yeah, I'm dropping it. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna drop it because I'm just not that interested.
I will say this: I've watched all the episodes of Sparks of Tomorrow so far, and I do not believe that you're gonna change your mind.
Okay.
I'm also not 100% locked in either. Like, I'm not ready to drop it, but I'm also still not sold on it, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Because it gives me, what is it called? Orbs. It gives me that movie where it's talking about religion and stuff.
Yeah.
It gives me that kind of vibe, but they're even funnier. You know what I mean? Trying to be funnier, but the funny doesn't land.
Yeah. Orbs is interesting though because of the way his perspectives.
This would have been better if it was more serious.
Yeah.
And I feel like the lack of seriousness in it does not make it as good. So I agree with you where like I can understand why you would drop it. Because
it's not a funny, it's a boring funny.
Yeah, it's not even as funny as Dr. Stone.
No, because, and that's what I feel like it's trying to be, that kind of funny, because they got a lot of face changes. They got a lot of, and I'm just like, I don't care.
It's flat.
It's flat. Yeah, it's very, very flat. Let's see here. Okay, now this is one I've been back and forth on multiple times, and only because of the second episode, I believe. But it's The Frontier Lord Begins with Zero Subjects. I started back and forth And here's why. First episode, great, fantastic. I absolutely loved everything about this show. Second episode, I'm like, oh, why do they have to do that? Now I'm uncomfortable. And then third episode, I'm right back in it again. So this is the situation. The situation of Frontier Lore begins with 0 subjects. Great main character, super nice dude, very pleasant. Meets up with this girl who's a part of this village who has the magical ability to tell him if somebody is pure or if they're lying or if she can sense monsters. There's just like this rare race of people who are segregated from the rest of the world, essentially. And our guy gets his own little territory that he then meets her and learn that she's a part of this village. And then he goes to the village. He meets everybody there, and everybody kind of loves him because he's just a very nice guy. The part that bothered me a lot was that the girl was forcing herself to marry him, or tried to force herself to marry him, and she's 15 years old. And luckily, he wasn't about that. He's like, no, maybe in 3 years when you're 18, like we were supposed to. And that started to feel a little weird. But he's not about it. And that makes me feel a lot better about the show and where it's going. Now, shout out to Daddy Talk Podcast because he said the intro and the outro kind of spoils you, but it doesn't, in a sense that it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. It's not like they're romantically involved, because he's not for that. And that's what brought me back into the show after episode 3. After episode 3, I'm like, okay, he's not about that. I understand why we have what we have in the show now, and it's just pleasant. It's just pleasant all the way through. And the way he's building up his village, and the way he operates, and just the type of guy that he is, makes me want to root for him, and it makes me want to root for the girl too. And I absolutely love this show now. I see that TK Does Nothing already dropped it. TK, pick it back up, man. It's not bad. It's worth the watch. Unless it's just not your shit, period. But this has actually been a really great show so far. Very much a standout for me. It was very concerning at first, but it corrected quickly.
That's beautiful, because you just added that to my list.
Oh, you didn't watch this one? You're gonna like it. I think it's
yeah.
I think it's definitely one you'll like.
Since we on topic of standouts, and I don't really know how to address this other than just like, let's just talk about. I'm confused, and I want to put this in standout still. Okay. Because of my confusion.
Oh, if art makes you feel something, that means it's good.
Well, yes and no. So, recommendations from Iwamoto-senpai.
Didn't touch it.
You didn't touch it. I think that's fine. And here's why I'm gonna say that. Because, and I'm actually probably change my category, because when I say standout, I mean my confusion has me between standout and drops.
Okay, but you can put it in both if that's how you really feel.
Because I feel like what it demonstrated in the first episode was this very cool concept. Then I watched the second episode and I was like, okay. Then I watched the third episode and I was like, oh, you have really good concepts, but what they're doing is the issue of the week. It's the monster of the week kind of thing, but without monsters, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like more like the puzzle or the issue, the resolution of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And they are actually still cool. Like the first one was very cool. Very cool details, information. It made me feel like the world was interesting. I was like, "Ooh, is this what the whole story is?" And then I saw episode 2. I was like, "Okay, so we just forgot about what happened in episode 1."
Not everything could be case closed.
And that's what bothered me, right? Because it's not case closed-esque even. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like we legit high-key almost forgot about what happened in episode 1 to go to episode 2. Then we go to episode 3. And it's focused on like these powers that people have and how those powers either torment or help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think the concept is so cool. That's why it's like, I love this as a, like, it feels like it stands out.
The idea of it, yeah.
But then the execution, I'm just like, oh, okay, it was cool. It was cool.
I could feel the disappointment.
Can I keep watching this?
So it stood out in the fact that what they were doing was cool, but then it continued to become this formulaic type show that
it don't look bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The main character ain't that corny. He is observant and like, he don't even have that many lines. It feels like, you know what I mean? But it's like what he does is poignant. It's important.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, that's so cool. Even the side character ain't like bad. It's just, I almost feel disengaged because of how rapidly in these first 3 episodes they just jump from scenario to scenario.
Interesting.
And that's what sucks. Because I feel like with how they storyboarded that first episode, I really wanted it to continue.
Yeah.
And then you go to the second episode and it's like the storyboarding and situation is entirely different. You go to the third episode and it's like was more relevant to the first episode, but still completely disconjoined. You know what I mean? It's like it was connected, but now it's not anymore. You know what I mean? And that's what is putting me in a state of confusion because it's like, damn, I feel like this is good. Then I'm like, damn, this is not good. It's kind of there. It's kind of, that's where I'm at. And I hope if it does it have a spot in our Discord forum? Let me see.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Which I feel like that's entirely reasonable. That's entirely reasonable.
A lot of times, either people don't know how to do it. Shout out to TCB or Dad needs to talk who does do it for us. But yeah, a lot of times it just don't get made. I try to do it everything that I'm watching, at least. What you think about this one? And this one is definitely going to go into a Polow and Telle show. And I see it's on your list, and I see that you watched it. But it's the world's strongest Rearguard.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a Polow and Telle show.
Yes,
but I like it.
I feel like it can exceed Slop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it could exceed,
slightly.
Yeah, and it is based on how things carry on, but the show is indeed like introspective enough to where it has its own like understanding. It's not trying to be bad intentionally. It's only could be considered bad because of like maybe let's say production value,
right?
But otherwise, it actually is pretty solid.
It's not satirical or anything like that. It's
exactly.
Honestly, it takes itself serious. Unironically, and I like enjoy that about it the most. Now again, it could turn into something completely different, but for right now I think it's like I really do think this is one that is easy to watch, not God, it's hard to describe, but it's okay. The guy gets reincarnated with a gaggle of people. Honestly, he gets reincarnated with a gaggle of people, and they get to select the jobs they want to be. And he just selects a job called Rearguard, which technically don't exist, and it ended up being something that is extremely powerful, where he literally just supports people. He just supports his party, and he starts to build this party of people who he essentially is relatively unknown to, but he's doing it to help, like to literally just help. Like he is most of the time when it comes to these isekais or these reincarnation shows, is they always have a terrible main character that you just don't really care about rooting for. You just want to see the cool power fantasy of it all. But this guy seems like a nice guy, and I want him to succeed. And the way he just gradually grows and succeeds, it's pleasant. It's like nothing bad about it. It's like it has a lot of tangibles to it that I'm finding extremely interesting for a show like this. Very Polow and Telle basic ass isekai. Yeah.
And the supporting characters could be better, but they could also 100%
absolutely
be worse. If you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they could be less, I wouldn't say they could be less interesting, but they could be more irritating. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing necessarily bad about them. We just don't know enough about them yet.
It's like if you, because most of our listeners are podcast listeners, if you have a graph, it's like the main character is up here and the side characters are like, or main characters at the top and the side characters are like below the middle of the graph. So if you stick your hands out, the main character top and below middle. It's absolutely correct, but it's like we didn't have enough time with them yet. And to be fair, we didn't have enough time with anybody yet, but I could tell the seriousness of the main character is what I'm going to enjoy most of all. At least so far. So far.
It's definitely like precognition, I guess you could say. Is like he definitely thinks about what's happening in the show. Yeah. What's happening with the people around him. And they could give us like just trickle feed us some more information about the side characters and keep progressing like the world and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, cool, just go ahead and keep going. And obviously we just want development and I would say forward motion.
Yes. Which we have so far in these first 3.
Exactly.
We've been moving forward. Now, one that I'm pissed off because this has probably the worst pacing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's done by one of our favorite people's favorite studios. Unfortunately, it's Gohan Studio. Gohan Studio did K and many other shows. But it's the Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system.
Yes.
Oh, this show is the worst pacing of all time, but it's probably because it's 26 episodes. Mm-hmm. And it is hard to watch. Like, if you go to the thread in Discord, Telle, just read the conversations that we're all having in that Discord. It literally made me, seems like Dad needs to talk, and probably, was it TK? It made a lot of us sick watching it. Because it's it was like I was ready to fucking throw up because it was no sense of space and no sense of, like, everything was moving 100 miles per hour. It was like a 60 frame show, and it looked gross.
I have exactly that same thought, right? Here's exactly what I experienced watching it. And I was like, they're going very hard at the
sweeping shots and
Master of Mysteries. What was it, Lord of Mysteries show? They're trying to mimic that so hard, but the issue is that their foreground and their background, while it's important that they're not connected, they're also, like I said before, disjointed. Yep. They're not hitting the same focal point. So it's like, imagine your left and right eye not looking at the same thing at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's exactly what their foreground and background is doing. And it's like, why are we mislayering and fucking up the angles and perspectives on this? Because that's what makes it feel so jarring. And then certain parts of it move even faster. Yep. So it's like, I get it. Your background isn't going to technically move as fast as your foreground, but depending on how fast you're moving, you're going to see more of the background faster than you're going to see more of the foreground, right? Yep. This is just how eyesight moves, which they could have targeted that well, but they did a poor job at it almost every time. Like 100%. There's never been a time in this show where they tackled the background and the foreground adequately, but they do make it look super pretty, and that's also jarring because why does it look so good, but it's also garbage still? Because it's almost like, imagine this. And I hate it because I know I don't want to feel like I'm dragging it. The resolution is so high. You know what I mean? It's such a high resolution, such a high quality animation, but then it's like you still messed it up. So it almost feels worse than if it was just 2 bad animations stacked on top of each other.
Let me say something here. I don't think it looks good at all.
Really?
I think it looks like absolute dog shit. I think it looks like copy and paste construction paper a lot of the times with 60 frame per second hair for whatever fucking reason, 24 frame per second like it should be, everything else, and 60 frame per second movement. Like it layered awful. It looks like dog shit. Like, to me, it looks like oversaturated, overly drawn. Now that probably doesn't make sense. Overly drawn is what I'm saying. Is like it's doing too much to the point where it just doesn't look grounded whatsoever. And I understand it's an anime, but it just feels bad to look at, in my personal opinion. However, more bad things. The pacing, absolutely garbage, because they spend 1 minute and a half sweeping through a blade of grass, or 1 minute of him standing there, his hair moving a lot. And you see his face standing still, and he's just like, or another 2 minutes of him flash back into his father for the 16th time in a row. or like the pacing is absolutely god awful. And every episode, if you take out all the sweeping shots, the standstill pans, and just them trying to show off that, oh, look at our camera work type shit, each episode will probably be about 6 minutes long. It'll be about 6 minutes of progress each episode. And I truly believe that, and I can probably time it next time I watch it in the next episode of how much is actual progression and how much is just bullshit.
Standing around doing nothing.
However, I want to see where it fucking goes. I want to keep watching it. Is it Slop?
It was that
Slop.
first episode.
It's definitely Slop to me. And
I agree.
To me, it was the second episode.
That locked you in?
Yeah, it had to be the second episode, because the first episode I was ready to throw up. But the second episode, I'm like, okay, I can see where this gets kind of interesting, because I'm a video game nerd. I play a lot of video games, especially RPGs and MMOs of the sort. So seeing the way he like build this class that is supposedly the most hated is what got me locked in. But everything else, I'm like, God, I'm gonna suffer through it, but I want to see it. I want to.
I'm gonna suffer in silence.
Really, really want to see it. But I would consider this Slop. It's not a drop, but it's definitely gonna be in a Slop.
I agree. I do want to see how the issues with the family play out. I don't know why I feel like it's not going to be resolved in this 26 episodes, though. You know what I mean?
Dude, if it don't, I swear, I'll be so pissed off. I'll be so mad.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that just irritating. Because you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be resolved quick enough.
Another show that, and maybe this is presumptuous of me to say, but a show that I actually enjoy. I could be the only one here. But the rich girl caretaker, I'm secretly the caregiver of the most popular girl in this rich kid school. Stood out to me, man. It stood out to me. It's very interesting concept that is different enough to where I'm like, okay, I'm into it. I'm into it. And fuck his parents. I can't stand his parents. They really ain't shit. But everything else, I enjoy about this show. I don't have much to say about it. It's definitely one of the ones that I'm like surprised also that this is not in Crystal list.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly enough. But again, she said she got a lot to watch too. But
yeah. Well, I haven't turned that one on. I apologize. I'm gonna get to it.
Understandable.
I promise. But I will shift to a standout for me.
Okay.
Right? And I believe you've watched this one because it seems like a Polow ass anime. But here's my thing. I'm gonna preface this before I say it, while also saying that it's a standout.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen all of this before.
I think I know where you're going.
But there's something so humbling and enjoyable about it, if that makes sense. It's so like, I'm here for this. But it just feels like a mix of anime we've already seen before. But it is Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've already seen this before. But man, am I kind of fucking with this? Like, and excuse my language. This is just for me. Polow's seen this 1,000 times. I know. I really enjoy how like kind of soft this is. I will say this: Kakeru, he gotta get his head out of his ass and stop being so like oblivious.
Yeah.
But boy, am I just like so happy with Koharu. She is just such a like sweetheart in this show. And
absolutely adorable.
I'm turning it on for her and her experience. The most recent episode did piss me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the bookmark.
Yeah. That, oh my god, it irritated me so fucking much.
But I do love her, and I am super excited to see where it goes.
So this is more rare, do you think, at this particular type of slice of life? The one with someone with a disability. There is significant. I'm looking at the recommendations. Of course, I saw every last one of these.
Right.
but what makes this one special is, yes, the main character is, you're exactly right about him needing to get his head out of his ass. But the way it's structured is in a realistic enough piece of slice of life that isn't often portrayed this well. A lot of the times you don't have these type of characters. This is the and to specifically put it into perspective, this is the overthinker. Everybody knows one. Everybody is one.
Some of us are them.
Yep. And I would even put myself in that category. I overthink things, and the monologue, the way they depict his monologue and the way he's thinking about it, all is logical. It all makes sense. Everything that he thinks about is something that somebody thought about in a particular situation that he's placed in. So I find that to be endearing. That's why I still like him, even though he is one of those clueless main characters. I still like him for that because it's very the point realistic. Yeah, realistic is the best word to use. It's realistic enough to where I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand what you're feeling, and okay, but come on, man, get it together. You know,
a little bit, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. But I absolutely love this show, and again, I love her. She has my favorite character design that I always talk about all the time. She's gorgeous. She's sweet, innocent. I would love to see them get together and make this work because she deserves it and he deserves it. They both deserve it.
But that episode, man, I was like, it's literally just I would love if you read, you know what I mean? It's the implication that is like, look, I want you to want to know me. And I was like, come on, bro. She's giving you the hint. She just said, I want you to get to know me. Yep. That's what she's saying. And without having to overexert it and over ask, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's so good. I do wish that she could be more direct, but I feel like pick up the hint, bro. Please pick up the ball and start playing ball.
Yeah. And it's not her way to be. It's not even her responsibility to be direct because, to be honest, I think she's made it clear enough.
Yeah.
I think she's made it clear enough that she wants him around, even with when she said for the first time, I was hoping you pick up with the walking stick. When she said that, I was hoping it was you that picked it up. That's like, boom, that's enough right there. That should be to get you going to understand. But for somebody who's never experienced it and who's an overthinker, he seems like he has anxiety. It's very real. It's very real. It's like, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to say the wrong thing, or I want to like, it's a lot of things that is very much. I don't
want to overthink the relationship or the friendship or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly right. So it all makes sense. And that's what makes it so tangible, so good. All right. The one that we were reviewing at the end of the season that we picked randomly that one time, which is Livid's Lady's Guide to Getting Even, how I crushed up my homeland with my mighty grimoires. Bruh, this shit fire. This shit so fire. This is going to go in standouts for sure. This is one where I just cannot, and I'm probably going to use this as the title or the cover art of the YouTube video. I cannot fucking wait for this get back. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be so nice.
Yeah. I haven't started this one yet either. Fuck. I apologize. No. I apologize, bro.
Well, you got to watch it anyway because we're reviewing it. So.
Oh, yeah, I got to watch it, which is why I knew I wanted to get some other stuff out the way that I knew I wasn't going to watch, or I didn't know if I was going to watch. But I knew we had to watch this one, so that's okay.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't say anything too much then.
But I'll be there. Give me next week. I promise I'll be there next week. Caught all the way up.
This one is going to be a very satisfying one. I think. Again, another character I absolutely love. Great character design. The way she moves is great. I cannot wait to the end of this shit. Like whatever the end becomes is what I can't wait for. Was what I'm looking forward to the most because of, honestly, yeah. She need that. She need that. Get it back in blood. That's all I got to say.
I can't remember the one that we watched. It was with the saint who got married to another king, and they found out her sister.
Oh,
what was it? It was one. They sent the saint to another world, to another kingdom, and her sister became the saint because they thought that she was better, and they found out how strong she really was.
Oh,
I can't remember the
you know
name
what's
of
funny?
it.
I know exactly which one you're talking about, but it's funny because we got another one of those this season.
Okay, another one of those too. Goodness gracious.
Another one of those this season is the Oblivious Saint can't contain her power.
Oh yes, yeah. I was watching that one.
It's so funny that you say that because the one you're referring to is the Two Perfect Saint tossed aside.
Yes, Two Perfect Saint.
The Two Perfect Saint. Yep, that one's really good, by the way. But
Yeah.
this one is literally that.
Yeah, the Oblivious Saint can't contain her power. I actually, I don't think it's bad.
I love
feel like
it,
it's
actually.
just so chill. It's such a casual watch, and
Yep.
I'm like, these characters aren't like grating. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
I would.
Again,
You know what I love
unassuming.
about this?
what is it?
I love the idea of her power. The idea of her power is the fact that she's a buffer, right? Like if you-
Amplifies everything, like with the healing spell.
exactly. So, in a sense, that the reason why her sister was so successful was because she was there, and her sister wants her to be out so bad. I can't stand you so much because you killed our mother. Blah 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 blah. Yet you're the reason why you're this saint. I'm the reason why you're this saint. I'm the reason why monsters haven't shown up here for all this time, and I'm the you know what I'm saying. And now that she's gone, all hell about to break loose, and that is what I'm looking forward to seeing. And then this romance is adorable.
It is.
Like Crystal said, I love the way that the Martinez family treats her. The way Edward seems to already care about her. And I love the fact that how they always have these princes that are like Mad Dog Prince or the Bloody Prince or somebody who did something vicious or is supposed to be this super mean character. I love how they actually have a story tied to his rumors that is again tangible and like, okay, I get it.
And his is bad, right? But when you hear the story, it's almost like, oh, that sucked.
That really sucked. Yeah.
Why did it get seen that way? But I get it. Yo, it was a setup.
Yep. It all makes sense. And that's what makes it so enjoyable to watch when you have stuff like that, in my personal opinion. Oh, so good. Why we ain't talking about this one? The Villager of level 999.
I figured that was coming. I figured that was gonna be either under Slop or Polow and Telle.
Fun Slop. Both, probably, right?
Cause hear me out.
It's Slop as fuck though. It's the epitome.
It's super Slop, but it's also like bro grinded, found out about his class, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Which I think is a cool take on specifically that, you know what I mean? Because when you play a game, you always think the villager is extremely weak. Like, what does the villager actually have? And the fact that in this world, the villager gets extra experience from because of the amount of danger they actually have to go through, and they level up faster.
Yeah, the concept is there.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, bro legitimately had to put his life on the line to even find that out. And then he grinded from a young age after losing his parents and his village, you know, so to speak. To get there, I was like, hell yeah. And then it's so you know how you said with the misogyny, how they kind of just threw that in there? The racism, the way they tackled it in here. It's like he was like, of course I hate demons. They cause these issues within my family. And then he go home and it's like, oh, I can't say that because that's me.
Yep.
But now I see the evil in both.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah.
It's
okay.
It has a lot there.
It's definitely Slop,
but it's definitely Slop. Yep.
It's working with something. It ain't kicking it, and it ain't a V8 engine. It might not even be a V6, but it's definitely got some cylinders somewhere.
It's absolutely gross to look at. It is some terrible animation, but however, it does have something there. It has a moral of the story, if you will.
Yeah, and it's got some bones.
They definitely have bones. A little bit of meat. Let's see here. Finish that one. From Overshadow to Overpower. We already talked about this one though.
Yes.
Okay. Still really good.
I think in the previous episode.
Yeah, we talked about that. So that was 2 weeks ago. Let's see here. That it for me? Oh. The Ghost in the Shell, which is different from Ghost in the Shell. Just want to say I'm watching this one with the wife. Love it. It's literally a remake, really. But it's It's like the Brotherhood to Full Metal Alchemist, basically.
Oh,
so it's Ghost in the Shell.
Linear.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell was linear, but it also had a Monster of the Week type of situation in Ghost in the Shell, the classic.
Yeah,
and it also was very
extended.
Yep, and it also was very, very serious. This one, the Ghost in the Shell, is pseudo satirical, but it's more so. And shout out to TCB for giving me this information because I didn't know because I never read the original manga. But this is closer to the original manga than Ghost in the Shell was. So, it's, the major is more bubbly a little bit, and it's a little bit more fun. And absolutely, this is one of the most beautiful shows I think I've ever seen. Period. It's fucking gorgeous. It's like wonderfully beautiful to look at. And I can't wait to watch it tomorrow. And the dub is fantastic, by the way. I just want to say that.
Day and Day dubbed?
Day and Day dubbed on Amazon Prime. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep. So it's absolutely fantastic so far. Very much a standout.
Are you done with yours? Because I got some I can probably rapid fire real quick.
No, but did you watch?
I'm gonna shoot. Go ahead.
Did you watch Smoking Behind in the Supermarket? Because I know you didn't watch the mini episodes.
I watched I did not watch the mini episodes. I watched, I think it's like the first 2 or 3 episodes.
So it's 2
episodes. Is it fully released on Netflix?
So what they did with so if you go to Crunchyroll and pull the drop down tab down, you can watch it in the mini episodes forms, and this is basically mini episodes, but it's 1 through 6. So it's 1 through 6 technically, but they're broken up into 12 mini episodes. But if you watch it, just watching the first 2 is probably fine. Just going to order. I think going to order right now would be better anyway. But
yes, I watched the first 2 episodes.
What'd you think? This shit is gas. This is so gas. You might not think that.
I like it. I like it a lot. The characters are very interesting.
Yeah.
Their dynamic is actually very crazy. I think he's a little stupid from not immediately recognizing that Yamada is the same person.
I mean, can you blame him?
I get it.
She's so different.
It's the personality type, right? Yep. The personality type is entirely different. One is extremely bubbly and the other one is more like down to earth. But brother, do I love both personality types.
Me too.
And I feel like he's going to be completely blown when he finds out that these are literally just the same person.
It's so fucking adorable. I hate the smoking because I'm not a big fan of cigarettes. But
I agree.
The idea of this show.
It is just a catalyst for their communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a reason for them to talk, which I think for this scenario is decent enough. But I think that the like we talked about before, the dynamics, the characters, how they communicate, the interaction. The cool thing is that it's about their interactions there. You know what I mean? When they are smoking is the name of the show, right? But it's so interesting to see how they're participating in things before they even get to that smoke break.
Yeah. Yep.
But then they get to that smoke break and it's like, it almost feels like a legit break throughout the day where they're just like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they talk and they find out so much about each other in this like 15-minute smoke break. You know what I mean?
It's so good.
It's such a cool concept.
Well said. Yeah.
That I was like, yo, I do indeed think this is fucking gas. This is a great fucking show.
Well said.
If you hate it, you're kind. I'm not gonna say you're weird because I can get why with the smoking. You know what I mean? But that's literally the only issue with the show for me so far.
But there's people out here watching that Chainsmokers cat bullshit. Like I'm never. Just so you know, y'all know, I'm not turning that bullshit on. So if you come in here and listen to the ideas about Chainsmokers cat, no, that's weirdo shit, and I'm never ever turning that shit on ever. So, I saw was one clip, and I'm like, yeah, get this. I would never ever turn that on. No, that shit irritates me just from that one little clip. I'm like, I don't even know how. It's Ren and Stimpy, but in anime, basically. It's just no, thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I just lashed out like that. I got mad. I almost pressed the antagonist button on accident.
Right. All right. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drop this, but it's got one more episode at least. But I'm gonna put it in the drops category for right now. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. I ain't watching that. I know what it is, but I don't know what the fuck this is, if that makes sense. I don't know. I know what it is, right?
You know what you're watching.
They're in the middle of a war and turmoil. Have you seen this one?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think you would watch this. They're in the middle of a war with turmoil and stuff like this. All these people are like, they're essentially trying to train to prepare for the war, but the war is actively going on. And there's this specific girl, they're calling her Mimi, where she is just like overwhelming with power. When she's on the battlefield, she takes out multiple enemies at once. She might take out more than the entire group or class. And one of our characters end up getting hurt. Or I would say the main character ends up getting hurt, and Mimi comes and heals her. No one else could do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, she has this power. We haven't really gotten a good sense as to why she even has this power yet. But she's overwhelming, and it's not like we're operating the show from her perspective. So that's kind of interesting, so to speak, but it's still like, I get what I'm watching, if you know what I mean. Like, this is a war, almost apocalyptic based kind of show. It's only been 2 episodes, so I can't say the pacing is bad, but I don't feel like they are properly relaying what they're actually trying to relay, if that makes sense. Like, the message is lost somewhere. So I'm telling you, it's on the chopping block right now. Next episode comes out in 7 hours and 14 minutes from when I'm saying this right now. So you'll see if it's dropped tomorrow.
Copy that. I did have one more. I'm not sure if you watched it. I hope you did. I mean, it says you are, but Tomb Raider King.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this in Discord. Don't watch it in Korean. It starts in Korean. It's, for some reason, they make the main character sounds like he's 50, which is weird, and it pulls you out of it. But Tomb Raider King is a manhwa based show that is pseudo similar to Solo Leveling. Pseudo similar. But it's about a guy who is, what do they call it? What's the term for being, he wasn't reincarnated. He was sent back.
Reawakened?
No.
I can't remember what they said, because it is something they used.
There's a specific term they use where you get sent back in time instead of being reincarnated or isekai or whatever. But he was sent back in time to right before pyramids or tombs started to arrive, but it's indicated that in his previous timeline that he was taken advantage of, treated poorly, and when he gained this particular ability for raiding tombs, he was then used and abused, and then in his final fight before he was regressed, that's what it's called. Before his final fight, before he regressed, he had the ability to. Some crow sent him back to the original timeline, which is 10 years before where he originally was, and he still has his ability. So he has his strength, his combat ability, all of that, and he's back to the original time where tombs first started showing up. So now he's going around about to start taking over tombs himself. And you would think, with the way it looks and the way the first episode plays out, you would think this is Solo Leveling 2, but this is vastly different, actually. Very much more detailed based when it comes to the world building, as far as like what tombs are and how they work. Very lore, historically based, which I find interesting, and to see how they utilize the historical based myths with the powers that people get is very interesting and intriguing, and how he's going to destroy these tombs seems like it's going to be a really fun show to watch. Just fun.
I agree. Here, I will say this, and it's not to like be a Debbie Downer or even a contrarian. It makes me understand why, if you didn't read Solo Leveling, how that could have been jarring.
Yeah.
Because it's not that this is going too fast, but I do feel like it's still going fast because it gives a lot of detail,
Absolutely.
or at least decent detail about what's going on. But I still feel like the way that the show is progressing is actually relatively fast.
Right about that.
But is it interesting? Am I interested? 1,000%. Like, I do feel like seeing how this goes on, and I'll say, even in this early progression, right, in this early mode of the show, he is more aggressive than Sung Jin Woo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he took right off immediately, right? Which could attribute to the pacing feeling that way. But it does get you right into the action quickly. It's just more of, like I said, it does still feel like I might be missing details.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. And what I think they're doing is I think they're leading it to be told intermittently throughout episodes, right? Mm-hmm. So where like you learned about, oh, this happened in the past. This is how it happened in the past. This is how I'm handling it now. So each time they show some of the past is because they're coming up to the point in that past where he used to be before he regressed, to how he handled it before he regressed, to how he's going to handle it now that he is regressed, which I find to be an interesting method of storytelling. I think that is a very interesting perspective, but it does feel jarring. It absolutely does feel jarring because it just kind of goes.
Agreed.
All right, is that the last new thing before we get into our sleepers?
Iron Walk John is okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kaiju Girl, Caramelise.
I saw a couple people watching that.
I like it because it's cute. Is it good? I wouldn't recommend it, but it's cute as hell.
I have no interest.
Yeah, it's not a Polow ass anime at all. Mebius Dust is getting dropped next week.
Damn.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not even gonna play with it. I know it's gonna be dropped next week. And I think that is it for me. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, sleepers. Now I say this every time. I always appreciate Telle because he does a better job in this podcast since the inception of this podcast, or the inception of Sleeper Picks, which was 5 years ago. I digress. But since the inception of Sleeper Picks, he does a great job of picking shows that he has no fucking indication, no clue, and he's just picking it because, hey, why not choose this? Because every single one of Telle's sleepers, what he does a great job with is every single one of his sleepers are vastly different than the one before, which is vastly different from the one before, which is vastly different from the one before. And this is one of those times. His sleeper is Hanaori-San Still Wants to Fight in the Next Life. Didn't expect this to be what it is, but it is what it is.
Oh, man.
This is satirical slop, in my personal opinion. I don't mind it, though. It's easy to watch. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a slop that I would be like, oh, Telle, let's replace this, please. It's easy enough to watch, probably because it's dubbed and I just toss it on and kind of enjoy the satirical nature of it. I laugh every once in a while too. So it's interesting.
There's something specific I have to say, right? Because you said it's dubbed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I think that's the issue I have with it directly.
Oh.
I hate how she sounds.
Yeah.
Dubbed.
Yeah, I agree.
I would much rather listen to her sub, and I literally turned on the sub because I did not want to deal with her no more.
Her sub is rough, but I mean, it's not old crunchy bumpkin rough, so that's why I still keep it dubbed. But it is. It's like grating almost.
Yeah, mind you,
everybody else is fine
entirely, but her character role
period
is just. That's what it is. Yeah. It's rough because that's what it is.
I think the voice actress did well with what she got.
Right. But I do enjoy the show, to say the least, right? I need to make that known. Like, it is actually so far from what we have, which isn't necessarily a lot. It does seem like at the very least, there's going to be some interesting dynamics, interesting conversations, and it's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. Do I think this is gonna be my best sleeper? No, but I definitely don't think it's gonna be my worst. I've seen worse already.
Yeah. You got some again, but that's what makes your sleeper picks. That's what makes you so good at sleeper picks. Me, I just picked the same shit. Now it's just the same shit. This show I picked for me personally. Oh boy, I was wrong about her. Is adorable. It's absolutely adorable, sweet, innocent romance, seemingly. But in this particular show, what I like about this one in particular is the main character. He is phenomenal. I love those main characters who just knows themselves and who is I guess they call it EQ, who has the EQ awareness to just understand situations a lot better than
empathy quotient. Is that what it is?
Yeah. He's just very empathetic to things and people around him, and you can see that. And I like that about his character. He's not a goofy. Yeah. He's not a doofus in any stretch of the imagination. Like everything is right with him. And I just love the dynamic of the characters that we met so far. I can't wait to see more. But it's just more Polow shit. It's the same shit.
So I didn't mention this, but this is actually one of my standouts for the season. I really enjoyed this show, and I enjoyed it the first episode. I was like, oh yeah. I
enjoyed it a bit.
I was like, oh fuck yeah.
It's good, right? Like he's
And it is another one like we said before. Like I've keep stating, it's a very chill kind of aspect to the show, but like I said, Polow may have seen this 1,000 times. I don't think he has specifically for this scenario.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
I just like how this plays, and I feel like they've already set us up for a little bit of heartbreak later on in the season. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, with some of the things they mentioned about family and stuff like that. But it just seems like another just
it's a banger for sure.
More than good watch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be one of those standout bangers that turned out to be deeper than what we thought.
Right.
And it's not going to get enough views on it because it's like very seemingly samey, but I think it's more to it. It's not in Crystal's list. Like there's a lot.
Yeah. It's got a 70% average score, 72% mean score. So it's definitely like one of those shows that like whoever's watching it could be like, they're like, okay, and giving it a decent chance. Mm-hmm. And if it just might not be getting enough views overall.
Facts. Okay, now let's do a quick little discussion on the returning shows, shall we?
Okay.
Jobless Reincarnation, still fantastic. Back like it never left. I love it so much. I love everything about it. The first 2 episodes with Eris. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go into more detail than that because this is a continuation of a show that has a lot of built up story. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal. It was remarkable.
They have such a even if you step outside of Eris alone, right? The characters that we just met, newfound emotions, newfound interactions, mm-hmm. They do such a good job of developing depth quickly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the fuck y'all came to build depth with a jackhammer. Like y'all mm-hmm. got to the depth quickly.
Yep.
And I already started to enjoy the characters we didn't have a lot of time with. And then they switched to characters that we know well. And I love those interactions as well. And they just
stack on top of it. It just goes, it goes so well. It flows so well. And obviously what Jobless Reincarnation does so well is they do progression, for lack of a better term, really well. So everything seems to be at an even kill. And then everybody knows they coin the turning point. Like they are the king of turning points. So whenever that comes, which could be next episode, probably, because it usually is around 4 or 5 when turning points happen, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So when that comes, we know shit gonna get real, but it does a great job. And I want to make this clear, okay, for Jobless Reincarnation. I see a lot of discussion about it on my TikTok, unfortunately. And I just want to say this. You can hate a character and still love a show. Mm-hmm. Rudius is a terrible character, but the show is absolutely brilliant in every way, shape, or form. Rudius is awful.
Hear me out. When you say Rudius is awful, there are aspects of Rudius that are awful.
No, he's terrible.
Rudius in all of his totality, you think every aspect of Rudius is terrible?
Yeah, he's a freak. Like
okay, I understand. If they took the freak part out, though, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like his thought process and how to build things and how he's developing in the world.
The thing about that is what makes it so terrible is that it's unnecessary, not needed. I'm not disagreeing with that. If it wasn't there, he'd be good. He'd be a good character, but mm-hmm. It is there. He is an awful perverted. Like it's creepy.
It happens a lot.
It's creepy. It's very creepy and weird, and
the prayer that they did in the episode.
That and the fact like it's just you're 45 or whatever is it. You know what I'm saying? It's just all very strange the way he kind of moves, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So
I agree. But if Rudius wasn't, if that wasn't in his heart, if that wasn't even included in the show, it'd
be perfect.
I think there's so many aspects of Rudius that are actually good.
Yes, there are good parts.
But
right.
that is attached to him, and that's what sucks about Rudius.
Yeah.
All right. But the show in its totality, though,
brilliant.
It just has so many aspects about it that if any other show could do what this did consistently, they're basically 10 out of 10 shows. You know what I mean?
It's ReZero, right? Like that's the only thing I can think of. It's like that's the only other show that even come close. Like that show was 10 out of 10, obviously. But yeah, why do people say and maybe this is the case? I'm trying to think. People say that the light novel of Jobless Reincarnation was the first isekai ever. I wonder if that's
really.
I wonder if that's true. Yeah, I gotta look into that.
Where's my phone at? First, the light novel. I mean, that had to been super early then because.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like Dot Hack and which I guess technically is that considered isekai, but they were trapped in, but still
even before, like that's what I'm saying, the light novel was before that, I think, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but
if so, that's interesting.
I mean, I guess they're saying like something called Aura Battler. I don't know. I don't know if they count it, but we'll look into that. We'll look into that and come back to y'all next week because I'm very curious as to know that history and what it was. And if y'all know it, let us know. We'll appreciate that because I don't mind learning new stuff about anime. It's interesting. It's interesting to talk about. Yeah. The Taga, that's evil Taya Saga. Saga Taya Evil. The second season. I mean, it picked up like it never left. It's still as brilliant as ever. Not much to say because not much happened in the 2 episodes we got. Just more war, but I'm glad it's back.
Yeah. The change of perception on what we're dealing with in like the most recent episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This show has some elements that be cooking with gas, bro. I'm telling you.
True.
I was like, ooh.
I can't believe I was about to sell that short. You're right. It was.
And then just having to, you know what I mean? Having to like repurpose a communication, a way of communicating, and then how that shifts the dynamic of a war. This show has some brilliant stuff in it, bro.
It's good.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you're right. You're right as fuck. Trapped in a dating sim. The world of an autonomy game is tough for mobs. Season 2. More of. I can't believe this show is still as popular as it is. Because now when you think about it, because this came back, 2-3 years later? Mm-hmm. It's hard to even remember anything that happened in the first season, but you kind of getting back to the swing of things. It's still very unique and very interesting. I get why I remember why it's a popular one of these type of shows. Because it's different.
What I was excited to hear you talk about is 100 Girlfriends.
Oh my God, I love it so fucking much. Oh,
I know you do.
It's still so good. I can't get enough of this satirical hilariousness of it. The mention of the One Piece reference that was in this most recent episode is great. There is so many just references that are like so modern. Like it's like these people are writing for yesterday. They're so modern. It's hilarious. I just love 100 Girlfriends so much. And the different girlfriends are becoming more and more outrageous, obviously. I don't appreciate one of the girlfriends, though, because this is cousin. And they mention that in the show. They kind of like play to that. they played to that whole aspect of it. Like art, there's like
he's like, I don't like this, but you're my cut. But you know, I don't want you to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, writers, are we really doing this? Even like fourth Raw broke the Japanese writers. Japanese writers was like rushing, trying to figure out if they were really going to do it. It's hilarious. It's just, again, it's just made to be funny, fun, bullshit nonsense, and I appreciate that because it is itself, and the animation is still so insane. I don't know what budget. Who is this again? Oh, Panda and Epico.
They gotta have some decent viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this show is B-Berry Animation Studios. These guys did 100 Girlfriends and Chainsmokers Cat, unfortunately. But yeah, it's very, very crazy. But it's fun. It's definitely fun.
What else we got?
You and I are polar opposites season 2. More of the same greatness, great characters. I only watched episode 1 because they only did the first episode dub for some reason. They did the first season day and date dub, but the second season is going to be 2 weeks behind for whatever reason. But again, these dubbed characters have so much fun with their roles that I can't go to sub. I just can't because it's boring in comparison. It's just, I'm bored listening to the sub. Every time I try to turn on the sub, I'm bored. But the dub is just so silly and they're just having so much fun when recording it that I enjoy watching that more.
Yeah. Another kind of like silly one that picked up right where it left off, but also is really good in my opinion. Elusive Samurai season 2.
Oh fuck! I forgot that dropped.
Oh brother.
Oh, I didn't even have it in my list.
They picked up immediately, and I was like, "Oh, this show is great." The political aspects of it, the development of it, characters they introduce, all fucking amazing.
Can't believe I forgot this.
Yeah, Elusive Samurai is phenomenal. So I'm not gonna say too much because bro gotta watch it.
Yeah, I definitely gotta watch it. I can't believe it's not in my list at all. Skeleton Knight in Another World, another silly one that's fun. Polow and Telle show.
Polow and Telle show. Mind you, I had to go back and like kind of watch a little refresher on what happened in season 1. Yeah. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. I remember now. Let's move on. This show is goofy as hell, it's goofy. Also like, it's goofy and still kind of somewhat serious. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not leaning entirely into slop, but it's definitely just like, it's goofy as hell, bro.
It's just fun. And I hope that he can get a real body in the second season because that's what's going on.
But they're using that not real body.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure. I cannot believe I didn't have Elusive Samurai on my list. What the fuck? I love that show so much. It's so good. Oh, it's only one episode? Sick. Bleach comes back next week, so we can bring back Bleach Talk.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. And then the one, what was it? Oh, Clevitas. Last but not least.
Yeah.
Still phenomenal. I'm behind one episode though.
This, I feel like, and I think we had this opinion of Clevitas in general. The show itself just has gravitas. It has this gravity around what you're dealing with and how you're dealing with them. Clevitas is not by any stretch of the imagination stupid, and they kind of prove that to you continuously. And they are truly something to be feared within this world, no matter how you look at it.
Absolutely.
Such a cool perspective that we follow on this show.
I love it. I love it so much. And I think that's it for season 2.
Old Country Bumpkin?
Old Country Bumpkin, yeah. So I'm watching it. I still enjoy the show, but why do I keep turning on this fucking dub?
Yeah. I haven't watched it in dub this season.
It's the worst fucking dub of all time. And I keep watching them all the way through and just being miserable, but I just don't want to.
It's such a fun show.
It's other than that, yeah. It's so fun. I can't wait to see what happens next. Like every single week, minus the dub. Just don't watch it dub, please. And again, we are not sub versus dub people here. This is one that will literally ruin the show if you watch it dub. Like it's
It's rare, but we got this one where, like, literally, like I said, don't watch this dub. Just like Hanaori-San who wants to fight in another world. Don't watch that dub because I feel like Hanori. You can, but it's grating against my brain. I hate hearing her.
I can still do it. So I think people can still do it. She's not the greatest, but it's not Old Country Bumpkin Bad. Old Country Bumpkin Bad, everybody sound like they're we're going to go to your birthday party. Oh, I can't wait to see you. Oh, it's okay. It's so fucking weird. It's weird. It's like 1995.
It's almost intentionally garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why does it feel like it's intentional? Like everybody's specifically reading from this. I don't know. And I don't know. I think people from Fiverr would have did a better job of directing a dub voice actor.
I mean, they did that Polow and Telle. Is that you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good anime right there.
That's it, man. That's a wrap for this episode. I'm at Polow Borfly on all social media.
I'm at King Telliano on social media.
Thank y'all so much for supporting us, sticking around for our 2-week hiatus. We love y'all. But as always, Mike check.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.